Hey guys, Thunder E here and welcome to our AMD APU Mini-ITX gaming build. Now this build is going to showcase the 7860K APU in a Mini-ITX setting for our gaming. So basically we're going to have a lot of gaming parts. I want to thank NZXT, HyperX, AMD, and Gigabyte for sending us some of the parts to be used for this build. The first part of the build is the NZXT Manta Case. You can check out our full review for this case, top right hand corner there, and we really like the features this case brings because of the spacing and also some of the cable management. We went with an EVGA 650 watt power supply, the 650 GQ, because it's a modular power supply. We like that. You can also see the NZXT Hue Plus, which we actually didn't use just because it couldn't fit properly into our build. So we went with the largest power lighting strip for some of the lighting on this case. Now the APU is a 7860K APU. It's a brand new APU. It's got some solid performance, which you see some of our gaming clips at the end. It's also got a built-in R7 graphics chipset. Our SSD is the Fury X, the HyperX Fury 240GB, and we also have an extra SSD. You can go with a regular hard drive if you choose to as a backup storage. Now our RAM is 16GB. This is 16GB Fury kit from HyperX. The board can take up to 32, but only has 2 DIMMs. Now GPU is an older GPU which we got from Club 3D. This is a R9 285. You can check our review for that about a year and a half ago. So this is an older card. So it doesn't matter what card you use, just depends on what your gaming levels of taste are. Our motherboard is a F2A88XN Wi-Fi motherboard. Now, the reason we went with this board is because, of course, it's a Mini-ITX board. It's got a Wi-Fi chipset as well as a BlueSet chipset built in. I can take up to 32 gigs of RAM. You can see this will support an Athlon or FM, or an APU, which is, of course, the FM2 Plus. You can see the full graphics card PCI slot there. It's got 6 USB ports. 2 of them are USB 3.0. Also has 2 HDMI and DVI built in on the board itself. Now with the motherboard installed on the case as well as some of the SSDs, we went with a Kraken X31 liquid cooling. We could have gone with an X61, which is of course dual fan radiator, but we wanted something smaller, which was fine. And you can see how it looks in the case. Everything fits in there, our APU's in there, SSDs, our RAM, even our full-size graphics card with enough space. So I really like the way this case actually fits a Mini-ITX build in all entirety. Now when we move on to software, we're running Windows 10 Pro 64-bit, and also we're using some of the CAM software. CAM software comes with, of course, with the liquid cooling. It actually helps you out in a lot of ways. You can do some graphics overlays in terms of gaming. You can also see a lot of your PC components and parts, so you know, even if you've kind of forgotten what parts you have and you want to change a few things, instead of opening it up, you can always check through the software here and see what you have. The software also allows you, of course, to regulate the cooling of your APU using either increasing the fan speed, seeing the temperatures, those kind of things that a lot of people are looking for whenever they are testing out, or at least they're trying to manage their PC, especially for gaming, which is actually pretty cool. Now, another piece of software I wanted to mention is the AMD Crimson software, which allows you to actually go in and even overclock your graphics card in there, so you can actually do it with ease. And it's a much more streamlined software interface, especially for one who's doing a build and trying to do some overclocking and things like that. Easy process. You can also set some of the graphic details for whatever games you have right there and then through the software before you even start the game. So I really like that. It's pretty cool. Now, moving on to some gaming, we actually went ahead and tried out The Division, which just came out, which is a game that has some really good graphics, also a very expansive world. Now, right now, everything is set at ultra within the game, and you can see we're clocking around 32 frames per second. This, of course, will dip once we get into some action, and I'm going to drop it to medium. But you can see, even still in ultra, you know, it still handles fairly well. Now, at very intense scenes, as I get hit a lot, it's going to drop down to probably around you know, at 19 frames per second. If I'm not mistaken, we can see the ticker right there. But you see how it handles, and you see as we come in here, okay, it's at 25, run away, drop down to about 15. So you know, you see the limitations there, but you can drop it down to high or medium settings. Usually I actually play on high, but I put a spin on medium just to show you two variations in this video. And you can see it's going to clock back up all the way to about 45, and then wrestle between 45 and 34 frames per second, which is pretty good. So you can actually do some really serious gaming. And then again, you have to realize I do have an older card with the R285, not something newer, so that also will affect how, you know, things handle. But in terms of what you get with this thing does a very good job gaming. You know, I used it to play the Division yesterday when it launched for about 3 to 4 hours straight, had no issues whatsoever. And I think, you know, a lot of people will like this. Now, we'll have a full parts list for you down below. Right now, I don't have a PC part picker just because for some reason the site is down. So once that's up, I will add it to there so you can see the full list of all the different parts for this build, as well as pricing also if you want to interchange and change it yourself. And I suck there right there trying to shoot the guy. But anyway, guys, that is our AMD APU Mini-ITX gaming build, and here's some gameplay footage for you so you guys can see how it handles. If you have any questions or any comments, let us know. If you want to check out a review of the case, we have that up. The graphics card, we have that up. We'll also be putting up a review of the APU itself. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and favorite this video. Do subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.